today. I just want to hang out. I was thinking about kind of like the movies that I have been excited for, and I don't really have one, for 2026. Like I have one. It's I guess it's Godzilla -1, the second movie, and I'm not expecting like more kaijus or anything like that. I just hope that they stick with the story that's like condensed to like maybe just a regular individual, not like savior of the world type deal, which the Americans version did it. But yeah, so that's like pretty much the only movie that I actually care to watch. And when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about how much I miss going to the movies, where I remember me and my friends when growing up, we would just go to the movies on a weekend when we had nothing to do. If we had absolutely nothing to do, couldn't think of anything, we were too tired to like think of something, we'd be like, let's just go to the movies. There's got to be something playing, And man, I remember where me and a friend of mine, we went to go watch 21 Jump Street. And it was rated R. We were underage, couldn't get in the movie. But there was like a whale documentary from the Discovery Channel or something. We bought the tickets, and then we go up to the clerk, the lady that cuts the tickets, and we were the only ones that bought the tickets to that movie, right? Only ones. So imagine two young people going in to the same theater. She looked at us like we were a bunch of freaking queers, man. Like we were two little gays. And then we just look at each other and like, damn it, this is what it takes to freaking get into 21 Jump Street. Fine. And obviously we sneak in, but like, yeah, it was like the lady looked at us like, oh, enjoy your movie. And I'm like, what the hell was that supposed to mean? It's a movie about whales. How do you enjoy that? What's up, Simply Sam? Like, I don't know what to call you. Sammy Cam, Sam. Like, your name just, I don't know, like, when I look to read your name, I want to read the whole thing, but then I just get the middle, and then I just bounce back and forth. But not bad, man. What about you? Finally came on a stream, dude. Yeah, but I was just thinking about the movie theater experience and how much I miss it. It's sneaking into movies, going every week to watch a movie because there's always something good. And yeah, the only movie I really I expect good stuff from is the Godzilla movie that's coming out this year. Other than that, everything else, I'm super skeptical. I don't think we're going to get much good movies. I think all the Marvel movies are going to suck. Possibly not Spider-Man, but I don't know how much Sony is involved because obviously Sony's put out some crap in the past and recently, but I don't know how they're going to handle the reboot of Spider-Man. From what the leaks I read, doesn't look like it's going to be good. Hulk is in it. There's a bunch of other characters that I just want a Spider-Man story, man. I didn't want for them to keep like every movie being an advertisement for the new Avengers movie. But yeah. But Sammy, how's your editing coming along? How's the video? You put everybody in suspense for like a month, so I expect it to be good, dude. I'm actually putting out a video in a few days. I recorded it and I'm like, this is not a good video, but I'm gonna put it out anyways because like I enjoy like getting feedback, even if it's about how garbage I am. And it's like a political video, and I don't really like doing politics, but it was on my mind. And I prefer doing live, like talking and going instead of like editing and going about, recording and doing it all perfect and whatnot. I feel like, for me, I get too fake with it. Like, oh, I have to say it this way, or I have to set something up another way. And yeah. But dude, Let me know when you start playing Halo 2, man. I'll be on every live stream. Every single one until you get through it. And if you decide to play on Legendary, dude, alright, you got like 2 months of content pretty much. Because playing Legendary for the first time solo on Halo 2, you're looking at 8 hours on one map, possibly. It gets brutal. It's probably one of the hardest things in this world. It's Halo 2. Legendary solo. I don't know if you saw, there was Jervalen. There's a YouTube channel called Jervalen. Sammy, you might be interested in this. So there's something called Lasso, right? Which is just like all the skulls, the hardest difficulty ever. The YouTuber / streamer Moist Critical put out this this challenge because it's only been done once, and Jervalen completed it, and it took him like a month. But you play the Halo 2 solo campaign all the way through without dying a single time at all, glitches and all. Just go through and play it from start to end, and he was able to do it. But like at the last map, that was like, watch it afterwards and see the difficulty, man. It was insane, and he was able to do it. And Moist Critical put out $20,000 bounty on the head of Halo 2, and he paid $20,000 for this for whoever beat it first. And there was one dude who almost beat it before Jervalen, but like on the last map he died. But yeah, that would be something to look into after you're done playing Halo 2. I know you don't want any spoilers, even though it's almost a 20-year-old game. But yeah, man, the Halo 2 is probably the most fun. And wait, you're playing Spider-Man, right? Miles Morales. I never saw you stream that. I don't know if you did or did not. But like I only played the first Spider-Man game, and I know that one I didn't care for the story towards the end, and the Mary Jane missions were freaking bullcrap. And yeah, like one thing, I pointed this out before, Tom Holland, he looks like he's gonna be 14 forever. And I saw his promo, what's it called? His promo advertisement where like he shows up on a set in the Spider-Man suit, and he looks like he's never worked out a day in his life. Like just noodle arms, right? And I hate noodle arm heroes, man. It's freaking annoying. The enterprising welterweight on Kick, what up? I don't know what you said that the moderator had to delete that, but I'll check it out later. We had this issue when Iron Fist came out, the noodle arm hero, where like actors stopped working out. Like you see Chris Evans after Age of Ultron, he gets skinnier and skinnier, where like he's still fit, don't get me wrong, but you see him from Captain America First Avenger and the Avengers movie compared to all the other movies, he's freaking yoked, and unfortunately Chris Hemsworth, Thor, he's the buffest in his last movie, which was the worst one. It wasn't the worst Marvel movie, it was definitely the worst Thor movie, which we all thought was impossible after Dark World, but Disney's got surprises. And in terms of games, seeing the Game Awards and the ones that are featured to release, not excited at all. Especially how pissed off the Star Wars games made me, man. Like, and I always point this out, Fallen Order was a repurposing of a Darth Maul game that was in the works before Lucasfilm was bought by Disney. It was under George Lucas. So one of the reasons it's good is because of old LucasArts. And they credit to them, they modified the story, they did a story to fit their garbage universe, and it somewhat worked. Like it was a good 6.2 out of 10. There was a lot of suspicious amount of women in the story, and a lot of them were just like throwaway characters, but we had to tolerate them for a long time. It was stupid. Yeah, I know Star Wars plans on launching a bunch of stuff, but I don't know how many times we got to beat this dead horse before we figure it out. Like, it died in 2015. Like, that's when Star Wars died. 2015. And we prolonged its death until Rise of Skywalker. And I would say even before that, it just kept dying. And then Rise of Skywalker was like the nail in the coffin, right? So, don't know why we're still hopeful on it. Don't know why people still, like, I believe it should be saved. I've always said that. But I do not think Disney is going to fix, like, this abomination they created. Like, look at what they did to Marvel. Marvel's their cash cow, and they crapped on that. And then look at what they did to the properties they had before. Like, Snow White is what started Disney. It started it all, man. And then when they had an opportunity to do a live action, they decided to put political messaging, hire like the worst actress freaking ever in terms of personality as a person. Well, she's not a bad actress, but she's a garbage person and an idiot. She doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut. Disney had to send somebody to her house to tell her to shut the hell up, and she still didn't do that. So yeah, she's not going to be somebody I don't think any studio is going to be able to work with, because they're like, dude, we get like your opinions, we agree with them, but you got to be tactful. You got to shut the hell up because you're killing this movie. And then it died. Like, don't know one person that has actually watched that movie. The trailers alone was like, oh, this is garbage. And her press releases, oh, it's also trash. And Gal Gadot is in it, and she's like one of the world's worst actresses. And it's like, okay. Like, the blonde chick from Indiana Jones is a better actress than Gal Gadot. And that's saying quite a bit. Like, and the only reason that chick got it because she was sleeping with Steven Spielberg. That's the only reason she's in the movie. If you guys didn't know that, look it up. But damn. One thing I've been actually pretty happy about, my son has been getting into Iron Man quite a bit. So when I can, I have to get him some comics because he loves reading. It's funny. I was thinking about this the other day. He still has never played video games. He's 5 years old. He's going to be 6 this year. By the time I was 4, like, I already played my first video. 4 or 5. I played my first video game. Because I remember coming to the States, and then in my neighborhood, it was like every house had a kid, pretty much, of my age and my brother's age. And my sister's age, sort of. Like, there was like two places where those kids her age. So we all had a friend in the neighborhood, right? No problem. All my American friends, they all talked about video games, and when I first heard it, I was like, nah, that's not real. Like, stop messing with me. There's no way you can move characters on a screen. That's crazy. And all the kids that want to play outside was what's it called? Were like the Samoan kids, the Peruvian kids, Mexican kids, all of them, they wanted to be outside, which obviously great for me because I wanna freaking be outside and play soccer or something, play some sports. But yeah, so I remember my aunt. My aunt got us Nintendo 64, and my brother, he was the big gamer. He wanted to play games all the time. It was his thing, and so it was mainly for him. Then, like, most of the time, he'd unplug my controller and then play a one-player game. But my mom always got us 2-player games or 4-player games so we could all play Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., GoldenEye, and the Pokemon game. So those were like the main ones. We did get Something Dark. It was like one of the bigger Nintendo 64 games. And then Shadows in the Empire was the only one-player game. But we got that game because my mom thought it was 2 players. But anyways, I was thinking about this, and I'm like, I think I'm still gonna hold off my son on playing video games for like 2 to 3 years, like 8, 9 years old, because he's like having the time of his life reading comics, reading books, watching movies with me only. He asked me to watch Lord of the Rings the other day with him, and I'm like, dude, hell yeah. That's the freaking best. And it's funny. I remember showing him Lord of the Rings when he was very little. There was this TV show he liked to watch. It was a train. Is it TTPO? I think it's TTPO. It's a Korean one. There was the steam engine train. It was all black, and it terrified the hell out of him. He got scared. He would jump up on me, hold me, and then I would show him the Urukai being manifested by Sauron, being born through the mud and like whatever that goo is, and then being like the creatures they are coming out of it. And he was not fazed. He was like, yeah, checks out. Yeah, and I was like, all right, cool. Like that's interesting kid. But anyways, I've been playing Fallout like a freaking maniac, and it ain't healthy, brother. It ain't healthy. It's actually pretty freaking depressing. Like every time I play, I think about it. What would I do right at the beginning? Like if me and my family were caught in the explosion, which is something I still don't understand completely, where like if the nukes dropped, right? Some people were just unaffected by it. They just had to live in the wasteland now. Like, how does that work? Because you would assume either they all be ghouls or all be destroyed, and only normal people were like the ones that escaped from the vaults or something. Like, I just don't understand how there are any survivors. I get like there was bunkers and such. But even then, it's like, I don't know, like, maybe I'm missing something from the lore. That's the other thing. I don't want to freaking read while I'm playing a video game, and most of the lore are in terminals from what I noticed. Even the tapes, like, I want to see it. I want to see cut scenes. It's probably the only game I've complained about not having cut scenes, because most games have too many cut scenes, or it's too often, and you barely play the game, like the newer games, right? I think Halo has a good balance, but this is like the first game that I'm like, oh, there's no like videos I can watch, or like there's so much with it, and I want to keep playing the entire time. But yeah, my issue is that I have to read so damn much. I'm like, no, just skip. Let me just mark that I read this terminal or whatever. There was actually one part I was stuck because I didn't read. I didn't know how to get out of the area, so then I had to go back to each and every single damn terminal and read the crap to get me out. And like I said, I gotta finish the game. I have a feeling something is wrong with his kid, Sean, where like he already might be 11 years old. Like I thought it was immediate, like he woke up like a few hours later and went looking for his son. Like he was just hours behind, but since he didn't know where to go, what's going on, how to navigate, he like missed the opportunity to actually find his son, which is I don't know, like you think there'd be some sort of surveillance in the vaults to go back and see what happened or what's going on, or keep an eye on the people. Like they, in this world, I get it's from the technology from like the 50s, but like they progressed, but not beyond the style of the 50s. So I would figure there's some sort of like video cameras. Like there's the monkeys that are always looking at you, and I'm guessing that's surveillance. Like somebody's watching you. So why isn't there some sort of surveillance in the vaults where like you can see every day what happened up until the point where you escaped? Like I don't know. I think there's a lot of conveniences with the lore of the game, or inconveniences that they just remove so that I don't have to tell the story. Like there's a lot that's like, okay, this thing contradicts this, so where's the middle ground? You know, and the TV show is very much like that. They treat you like a moron. So it's one of the reasons why I don't like the TV show. I enjoy the aesthetic. I enjoy the action scenes, the ghoul particularly. But other than that, the TV show is retarded. It's abysmal. But yeah. Sammy, did you just drop in, say hi, and then leave? Ask me a question and you just bouncing, dude? Come on, bro. But yeah, Godzilla's the only one I'm looking forward to. We're gonna get Supergirl, and I think we're getting Swamp Thing, which originally was not supposed to be DC, like part of the DC universe of James Gunn, but now because it exists, they're like, let's just make it a part of it. Obviously, it's gonna be trash because James Gunn doesn't know how to freaking write. It is amazing that he even has a career at this point. Yeah, I've been going down rabbit holes of like Dr. Disrespect and Asmongold and Moist Critical, and just listening during the day. But I've also been listening to a lot of music, just old school, like the Black Betty. Like for some reason, that song's sticking with me. Like every day, I need to hear that song. It is awesome. But yeah, I don't know what you guys are looking forward to for 2026 in terms of media, but I can't think of a single game that I'm looking forward to. Like I always only looked forward to Halo stuff, but you know, Halo's been garbage for a while, so there's nothing to look forward to with the Halo world. But yeah, I don't know. Oh shoot. Alright. And I've been messing with the lighting, so it's trips me up when it looks a little different on screen. But yeah, the one thing I have not been getting any sleep, guys. You know, doing YouTube and trying to get ahead and all that. Like I'm fluctuating right now between, like I was looking at my analytics, in like a month I got like 45 subscribers. Awesome. And now it's like dead stopped at 56 to 57. I keep losing somebody, gaining some, lose, gain. And I'm like, all right, I have no idea what to do. But I am having fun with YouTube. Still having fun. And I plan to keep that trend and not get too hung up on it, because it's, like I said, I have an obsessive personality. It's why I've been playing so much Fallout. And I have a feeling I'm never going to finish the game. Like the Fallout game, because now I just found out that like settlements can be unhappy, so you have to go back and like add more beds or water and whatnot. I'm like, man, I just want to focus on one settlement. This is some bull. But whatever. It's I think it's a good game. I'd say, in my opinion, it's probably a good 7.5, 8 out of 10 game. I think it's solid. I think there's a lot of bugs, especially when you're in the Boston Commons. You are like, every time I'm in there, in 5 minutes the game crashes, just every time. Like I get to the center of it on undiscovered areas or trying to discover areas, and if I'm in a shootout or something, I just get burned, dude. But freaking yeah. Give me a second here. Friend of mine. But yeah. What else? Oh man, we went to, on, what was it, January 1st? Yeah, we went out for January 1st, like just spent the day hanging out with the family. We went to a local toy shop, Toy Addicts, talked about this. My daughter would not let go of this Barbie this old school Barbie Wonder Woman. They had a whole section, all old school Barbies, which I love. Like, there's two toy shops here in Tampa that are freaking awesome. Big Red's Toy House and Toy Addicts. I would say the one that's more catered to collectors is Big Red. Like, they only carry things that actually sell and that are, like, they're super into Transformers. They have like 4 aisles of just Transformers. And then Toy Addicts, they kind of have a little bit of everything. Like, everything. For girls, for boys, from Yu-Gi-Oh cards to Lego to statues to video games. They got it all. And then Big Red's like very specifically toys. Like superheroes covered. They don't carry that much Star Wars anymore. They got a bunch of comics. They got G.I. Joe, Transformers. And that's pretty much it. Then they get like helmets and replicas every now and then. They got like Ultraman statues, and they got like 2 of the big helicarriers from G.I. Joe. Is it a helicarrier or a battleship? I think it's a battleship. The giant battleship. Helicarrier is freaking from Avengers. My bad. But yeah, like they got this. It's the biggest toy that's ever been created. No toy company has made a toy that big. And it is really cool. Yeah, like, so if you guys are in the Tampa area, look up Big Red Vintage Toy Shop and the Toy Addicts. Both in very, very separate parts of the Tampa area, very different parts. So, like, it's a good drive in between them. But yeah, like, man, I wanted to buy so many freaking toys. It's actually where Santa Claus picked up my son's Iron Man. That's something that I one of the reasons why I felt okay selling my Nintendo 64 was because I had all the adapters, but it was so many devices to like put in to work for the TV, and even then the picture wasn't that great. So I figured, like, at some point I'll have enough money to buy an old TV that works and could actually play on old consoles, and then I'll buy the Nintendo 64 again. But that day is not today. And yeah, and dude, I want to play. Is there any other games that are pretty freaking awesome, like Halo, where it's great to get everybody collected together? Because Halo is my one game that I love bringing everybody together, having pizza and sodas and just sitting there and playing the damn game, like with all the buddies and everything. Like, I can't think of one other game that kind of emulated that. Like, I played FIFA with my friends and pretty much any Wii Sports game, but nothing like what's it called? Nothing crazy like yeah, that's like pretty much it. I never played NBA 2K. Never. What other games are like 4 players? Is Gears of War 4 players? Like, is there split screen co-op? Yeah, I don't know what games. Like Army of Two is one I played, but that's 2 players. Army of Two was pretty freaking awesome. Me and my brother played it a little bit. I played it mainly by myself, but my brother and I played it quite a bit. And I'm not expecting to play too many games. I'm probably can't play Halo for a minute. My Xbox Live subscription gave out, so can't play that. I might play Sparking Zero, just the storyline, just for fun. Because I still haven't finished that. I probably will never finish the Spider-Man game because it was the way Green Goblin didn't get killed by the Asian dude was just too stupid, and Mary Jane, and then how Miles Morales got bitten by Spider. It was all just full-blown retardation. Like, if anything, Mary Jane should have gotten Miles Morales powers because the Spider was just on her for like miles and never got bothered to bite her at all. But nope. Maybe the spider's racist. Maybe he saw that Miles Morales was a black kid. He's like, gotta bite that dude. But freaking that game is stupid. One of the best Spider-Man gameplays ever. But the story, it just starts as soon as you have to play Mary Jane levels and you're getting towards the end. It's pretty freaking dumb. It's pretty stupid. I might start playing Rocket League like a bunch. Actually, no, you need a freaking live. Can I not play Master Duel? I don't think I can play Master Duel, huh? Man, I need to play Master Duel. But it's a free game. So is it like free online? No? I don't know. I am working on that project still. The project I've been working 7 years. Me and a friend of mine, me and a business partner, we're friends as well. So it's accurate. We're working on it still and getting all the kinks out. We just need to build a website, man. It's just freaking A. It's so hard to keep up with that kind of stuff. And like now, like people are using AI and automations, and like the softwares are changing constantly. Like there's updates on everything, like every week now. It's really annoying. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, like on your apps on the TV, like Netflix and whatnot. Like it feels like there's been consistent updates in the past like 4 or 5 months. Like every time I go watch or log in, I have to update something. At least one of the other apps. HBO Max, Amazon Prime, whatever. A show I've been watching and liking a lot, like quite a bit, is Landman. I don't know what it is about that show, but there's something that's like feel good about it. Like there's the family. It is family centric, but it also like it's very real. So I don't know how to pinpoint it, but it's a really good show. Like the mother and daughter pissed me off because of how much whores they are. Mainly the daughter. But this last episode, I'm like, I don't know if I'm being desensitized about whores, but like I'm like, I'm kind of liking their characters now, even though I hate them at the same time. It's weird. But it's good. Like it's a great show. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of sexual stuff to it. So have the skip button ready. Something that pissed me off actually was watching Iron Man with my son. The Disney Plus doesn't do the skips. It just does the 10-second fast forward or 5-second fast forward. And there's 2 scenes you gotta skip it when you're watching it with a kid. And I'm just like, okay. The other thing in the news is Stranger Things. There's still some major backlash about it. It's not on the level of Game of Thrones. I don't know if you guys read those articles. That's a stupid statement. You're dumb. Game of Thrones was catastrophic. Like sad. Like it destroyed people's spirit, man. It destroyed people's whole identity of how garbage it was. Like people like built houses revolved around the world of Game of Thrones, and then that's the ending that you gave them, man. Sorry for the people that went through that. Here's the problem with Stranger Things. It's like, and the main scene, people are talking more about the coming out scene than the garbage ending it had, and I would say it's rightfully so. I think they're equally as bad. I would probably give it more to like the ending is worse because it was just that easy to kill the dude, and the whole time they just could have gotten out. Like it's like they didn't think things through. They just forgot about certain stuff from previous seasons, previous episodes. But the coming out scene was one of the worst placed scenes in TV history, I believe, because it's like it's almost like their strategy was to make people watch it. Like, hey, this is gonna be in the last. We have to put it in the last episode because, or the the final episodes because we know they're gonna watch those episodes. Like if we put it in the beginning of the season, people might skip that episode. But we really need to get this message across. And I was like, this scene was pathetic. It was ridiculous. With everything that's going on, you got your friend's sister who's missing. World is about to collapse. People are dying constantly. The police are dying. Military is dying. And you want to talk about what you do with your booty hole? That's what we have to sit here and listen to. If I was the brother and my sister was missing and a friend of mine had to tell me what he likes to do with his wiener, I'd probably kill him. I'm probably like, dude, what the freak is wrong with you? You made us sit down, all of us. You called yourself queen, which is already freaking weird. Like, you can like all that bullcrap however you want. You don't have to be a queen. Like, are you kidding me? And you're gonna sit here and cry about how you feel when the world's about to, like, there are much bigger issues happening right now than what you do with your booty hole, dude. I probably would have killed him right then. I probably found some gun and just shot him in the face. I'm like, you're retarded. Like, we saved you just so we could get rid of you because of how stupid you are. That's ridiculous. I probably saved the world by killing you. Dude, it was like, how do you take it from season 1? And I know, like, they say, like, we've always set up that he was gay or whatever. I'm like, little messed up to, like the actor himself, he was like, oh, I found out I was gay by playing this character, by being in Stranger Things. I'm like, yeah, you sound like you were groomed, brother. You sound like you're not gay and you feel like you need to be to fit in. Like, what happened, man? Talk to somebody. Reach out to a friend. There's nobody in Hollywood, though. Because it's like, season 1 is a phenomenal season. Sets up so much. Season 2, there's a drop-off. Season 3 starts picking up. Season 4, like, both of them have their issues. But then, like, it was forgiven. And now this is what you give us. This is the slop you give us to end the show. Like, come on, dude. Come on. And there was great moments of levity and seriousness between multiple characters and their relationships, and it was really, really good. But there was so much crap in between that it really kind of took you out of the experience. And I think that's kind of like my 2 cents on the finale of Stranger Things, and like the whole season as a whole is just like, there's too much bullcrap in between good moments. So therefore, obviously, bad writing. A lot of these things, like the coming out, or with how much lore was mishandled, should have been placed in like season 3, and then evolved, and we probably could have gotten one more season out of this whole thing if they spent a season kind of remembering all the lore, taking back some of the things that they forgot about and showing what they were doing. And then boom, we have a solid finale. But here's the thing. They have a lineup. If you saw the report, they have a lineup of like 1 million Stranger Things spin-offs. Like, they're gonna milk this so freaking hard, because this show is also solidifying that, they could still have their cake and eat it too, meaning they can push the politics in their shows and they are gonna believe people are watching it. So who knows what they do with One Piece, like they effed around with The Witcher. It's an abysmal show, just straight up garbage. I think it's canceled, right? Like The Witcher, like after Chris Hemsworth, one of them came in and delivered some of the worst acting performances in history. And then here's where, like, I'm not being hypocritical, but here's where, like, Siri is a lesbo in the books and in the games, right? But because they shoved it down your throat so much in The Witcher, it would have actually subverted our expectations if you made her straight and did something different there. Because it's like, oh yeah, because in this world apparently everybody is gay, and then the original gay character you made straight, like that would have been like, okay, so you do have a different route. You're not just shoving ideology. But when you make everybody sensitive and feminine, you really don't have a story there. Like Henry Cavill in multiple interviews pretty much just says like, I had to fight to make Geralt as close as he was to the games and to the books, because apparently they wanted to make him like the butt of everybody's joke, like the comedic levity of the entire show. Like the original plans for The Witcher was to make The Witcher like the comedic friend, the funny guy, you know, where he's not gonna be funny, but because he's in the situation, he makes things funny. And then they kind of like push that more on Jasper or whatever. But now they're making Jasper again. It's like, dude, I'm glad it's over. It had some great scenes fighting the monsters, but it was like an episode. Three episodes or 3 scenes in one season, and that's it. Man, it had the potential to be the next Game of Thrones, like to be even more, because it dealt with more magical elements. Like if you play the games, I didn't really play them. I've watched a lot of the cutscenes. A lot of my friends played them. They explained to me the lore. I've read some of the books. And it's a very rich world, like very, very good. And it's very mature, you know, like it is very much for adults. But yeah, like they could have gone for like 10 seasons straight with, 15 episodes minimum. Just going through storylines and like journeys with Geralt and other characters, man. Like they had somewhat of a spin-off like with anime, but then, and it was good. And the main character, I think, was gay. And it was good. But I can't remember. Maybe it wasn't that good because I can't remember it too much. But I do remember when it came out, I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. Like, let me see if they effed up on the anime. And then I remember watching it and enjoying it quite a bit. I've been hearing about this new anime. It's about like some sort of... I actually watched it on Moist Critical or Penguin Zero's channel when he was reviewing it. Like something about being a hero, but that's not good. And like that's a punishment in their world. And I do want to check it out because it's been a while since I've watched an anime. But the only reason I don't want to invest in an anime, in a new one, is because they only come out with this like second or third season or the next season every like 4 to 5 years. And I don't want to invest in that. I don't want to finish the 5th season when I'm like freaking 50 years old. You know what I mean? I don't want to start season 1 now and then finish season 5 at 50. Like it's one of the reasons why I don't even see people caring too much about Demon Slayer anymore. Like it was a huge hit. And I think because they take too long in releasing the shows, which I honestly don't understand why. Because it's not like I don't know if it's they're taking their time too much, but it's not like it's the most complicated thing in the world or what they're doing. They have the formula of what they've been doing with other shows prior. And maybe there's just like the same people are working on like 50 other projects that obviously can't dedicate their time to Demon Slayer, but I don't see any reason why it only releases every 2 to 3 years. I think that's really dumb. I think it's really, really stupid. If anything, they should have taken 10 years to do 5 seasons and then be ahead of the game and then release it year by year so that they could work on the other seasons that aren't released. And then by the time season 5 is finished, they are already on like season 9 or 10. and then they could pump it out every year. Like if that's their strategy, that they have to take, 5 years per season, 3 years per season, whatever it is, then they should have held it off to keep the hype, because that's where you're gonna make your money. Like sometimes it's a little too close, right? Like Lord of the Rings, they had that problem. Warner Brothers wanted to get as much money as possible. So after the Fellowship came out, the next year, Two Towers came out, and the year after that, Return of the King. That was a huge mistake on the greatest trilogy to ever exist. Massive mistake, because you're supposed to wait 2 to 3 years so that there's talk, especially at that time, where people can speculate and, anticipate what's coming next. How good is it going to be? So then they could sell merchandise, they could hype it up, there could be a whole marketing campaign, events. It would have been huge. Like, imagine how big Lord of the Rings is today, and just amplify that by possibly 10. Like, we would have so many more people into Lord of the Rings, and probably better as a member of society. If you're into Lord of the Rings, like true Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, not freaking Amazon's molestation of his work, you actually care about Tolkien's work in the Lord of the Rings movies, then you would have realized that those are the greatest movies of all time. And the amount of fans that we would have today would trump Star Wars fans, would trump like Harry Potter fans, all of them. Be nothing compared to the Lord of the Rings fans. And honestly, right now, no fandom compares to the Tolkien fandom, because that's a learned fandom. That's a fandom that had to read. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you most likely can't read. And at this point, the current Marvel fans, they just like pretty colors on a page. They don't even read the words in the comics, because it's also not worth reading. It's just a bunch of gobbledygook, man. It's freaking garbage. I don't know if you guys have picked up a recent Marvel comic. Like, I don't know if you guys forget, but I think it's important to remember. There was a comic, and I'm pretty sure it was DC. It was a Snowflake and Safe Space, and it was an official comic, dude. That I can't remember if they launched. There was also one where Starfire had like a gothic lesbian fat daughter who was better than Starfire. Like, dude, there are some insane comics out there. Like, I would highly recommend you guys look it up, just so you can have a laugh, man. It's bad. It's real bad. But yeah, and I'm not like, I made the political video, but it's more about taxes. I'm not gonna get into the whole Venezuela and dictatorship stuff, and like, it seems like as soon as something like this happens, everybody decides to become an expert, and everybody makes like 1 million videos about it. I'm all for commentating, looking it up and being like, oh yeah, this is a good thing. But you acting like you knew about this in the past, for the past like 20 years, and this is your first video that you're gonna put out, and like your word is the arbiter of truth. Yeah, you're a piece of crap, man. Like, you're an idiot. Like, we could see the puppet master pulling the strings, man. We see the lies. So yeah, I'm not gonna make a political. If I make a political video, and by the way, the next one, it's not gonna be that good. It's the one I'm gonna release in a few days. Like, I filmed it, editing's choppy. Like, some of the things I say are kind of sloppy. Put it together. And if you guys want to know more about like actually what I think, live stream is the best way, because it's more unfiltered, and I'm better off the cuff. I don't know what it is about recording a video. It's a problem for me. It's because I don't know if it's because I could pause it, and then I could read, and then I could edit and pull from here. It's like, there's pockets of the video where like I feel very passionate and everything comes together, and then before and after, like just really hard, like I'm jumping on my words, I'm forgetting what I'm gonna say, I'm trying to move on to the next part of the topic, and it's a mess. But I don't want to cheap out either, but I'm probably gonna have to with my personality. Like I'm gonna do live streams about the topic I want to make a video on, and instead of like a video that has like cuts and edits and whatnot, it's just, at least for the time being, it's just gonna be me taking it, splitting it, editing somewhat, and then making a video through what I said on a live stream. Because I prefer live streams anyways. Like what I really like is reacting to other people's work, but I would rather do it live too. Like I don't want to react and make a video around it. I've done it before, and I think it was some of my better videos, but I'd rather do everything I think about YouTube. I'd rather do live, just live play, live commentating, and I like talking to people. I'm not like and I'd rather take clips of the live stream and then put it as a video. Like I'm more like that kind of person. That's most likely going to be more of my content. I think it's great for people like Sammy. Like you have some awesome edits, man. I actually did watch your Back to the Future video. I thought it was pretty good. I know that it wasn't your favorite work as you put it, but I thought it was pretty good, and I am excited to see your next video. I think it's going to be good. Especially since you've been hyping it up, so it's your fault if we expect something good. The only thing I think is you should put out a 5-minute video once a week or so, just getting your thoughts about some topic out there where it's just you and the camera. I know that it's not your favorite and you don't want to put out slop, and I just don't think it's slop. I think you should share your opinion, because every time you're on a live stream, you do have a lot to say, and we miss you, man. You keep posting like once every 2 months or so, like, and I'm guessing if you post more, you'll get more views and more subscribers faster. But aside from that, like I want to watch more content, dude. I want to see it. Obviously, I want to make more content. I want to entertain people. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here, kind of rant a bit, put my 2 cents out there, and I do need to sleep. I barely functioned today. There was so much going on. It was quite a day. It's quite a day, and I have no idea what the day entails tomorrow. Another day of job hunting, guys. It's rough out there. But yeah, my plans for 2026 is mainly just live stream and make some fun videos. Just me talking, really. Like I think maybe instead of me worrying about editing, I am just gonna create videos. Like I'll make it like exclusive like videos where it's literally us right here, and I'll just do the video and talk. Something I need to do is post some more shorts. I do have a short I need to post tomorrow. I need to do that, man. Freaking A. And I don't know how to post a short through YouTube Studio on the computer. I think I can just do it on. I can only do it on the. On the phone. Damn. Yeah. So I won't be playing Fallout tonight. Fallout 4. I know I've been doing it pretty much every day. I will be live streaming every day. Today, the live stream is not that long because I am exhausted. I recorded the video. It took me a few hours. And I didn't sleep like at all last night, man. Like, yeah. But, I might be late streaming tomorrow because I love watching Quarter Black Garrett. He's a funny guy. So I'll probably pop on his channel and just be like, what up, man? Can't miss a stream of his. Even if it is playing the garbage game Silent Hill. I hate that game. I think it's freaking poo-poo doo-doo, man. I think it's retarded. But, yeah. Also, I want to shout out to Derp. He came to Florida to spend Christmas with his family. Wasn't able to visit him. He was like my first subscriber ever, like first person to pop in on a live stream, and I'm like, all right. And he's a cool dude. I went on his live stream, solid guy. Talked about Superman. We have vast difference in opinions on the James Gunn Superman movie, but I miss that, like disagreeing with somebody and we're still chill afterwards, you know. Like, I feel like every time I'm in some sort of comic shop, I can't say nothing because somebody is gonna get offended, gonna get pissed, and it's gonna be this whole roller coaster of BS. And so, yeah, it's exhausting. It's exhausting trying to, and I'm not trying to be PC. I'm just trying to not get effed. Like 2026, my number one goal is to not get screwed, man. That was pretty much all that happened to me in 2025. With like big moments of greatness, like my son being born and getting out of a potential $500,000 in debt. Those are like the two big things, and they happen like pretty much right next to each other. But yeah, like my number one goal in 2026 is just to not get screwed. And that's, for some reason, it's already hard to do. It is the past like 6-7 days, whatever the date is, it has been a tough cookie to crack, man. So yeah. And man, there's just way too much stuff going on. Like 2026, still on a good projection. We are cruising. We're doing well. But man, I gotta make some money, dude. And the thing that sucks, I grew up never really caring about money. And I think it's one of the reasons why it bothers me so much as an adult, is because I grew up like, okay, I want to make enough money to just live a good life, be able to hang out with my friends, be able to chill, you know, have a family, which I do. But it's almost like however I progress, it was never enough. And mainly because like kids, like, you know, it truly is like so when you have your first kid, you're like, the income you need doubles. And then when you have a second kid, it doubles from that double. And then the third, like every kid doubles from the current double. It doesn't add like another few hundred. Like you need double the income that you had before, because there's so many emergencies. There's so many things you got to do. You have so much less time. You know, there's so much tax on your life that is good for you. But it's really hard to balance, especially in the beginning. And even right now, like 3 kids, it is tough to balance. Tough doesn't mean negative. It is great. It's just like I didn't anticipate me and my dad were talking about this, where like inflation from the, you know, from the 90s all the way to 2014-ish was pretty, like, it wasn't a massive increase like from year to year. It was going up. Like it never really settled. Like there was a dip where it's like, okay, we're getting back, and then it was like that. But since I would say 2016, it went like this, boom, boom, and now it's just on an upward trajectory. And again, inflation isn't like, people like to generalize it. It isn't like a general thing. It's like, oh yeah, like the current president, he's fixed this part, but there's still inflation on this part. And then there's still inflation here, and here's fixed, but there's still inflation here. And it affects the little guy more than anybody, right? Like one of the reasons that I was very proud of when the law passed that you have to pay minimum wage, $15 an hour here in Florida, which was the dumbest law. Obviously I had to pay all my employees $15 an hour, but I never had to fire anybody because of it. There was services I had to stop. Like I used to have this guy, it was not like the biggest deal. He was the window washer guy, and he had his own company. Super nice guy. I love supporting him. But when that happened and I had to switch everybody's pay, you know, like for new employees, because usually, and I had to fight for this because I found out that I could do it. Like in the beginning, I was being dumb, like where I just paid him $15 right off the bat. But I remember my accountant didn't even know that during the training period, you could pay them less to see if they stick around. And you can have the training period from anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks. Never did the 12-week thing. My goal was to get them out of training after 2 to 3 weeks. But yeah, like it was like pretty much like $11 an hour and then immediately 15. And if they were doing really well in training, I'll put them at $13.50 and then 15 when their training was over. But when it comes to business laws like that, people think, oh yeah, minimum wage is going to help me as an employee. Yeah, but it screws up everybody who has a small business. Everybody who's like taking way more risks screws them over. It doesn't affect big businesses. They're already big. They're like, fine, we'll pay 15. But then they're now like able to kill the small business. Because think about it this way. If a small business was like, hey, I want to pay somebody more and keep good employees. Hold on 1 second. Like if you have good employees, great. You can actually have competitive salaries. So like, oh, I'm going to pay them $15 an hour, but Target only pays 12, and here they're going to have way more fun. But now it was like, oh, Target pays 15, and now you got to pay 15, and that's all you can afford. And Target might expect less from you. So initially you don't really want to go there. But anyways, that is it for me today. I am exhausted. I got to go handle some things. I'll see you guys tomorrow.